I'm too old for this. And then he dies, yeah. Wilbur is a lethal weapon. Probably gonna go do that to push meter. Probably. Hey, we got the worst of the champion bosses out of the way. I mean, the champion flesh can be worse, or it can be very easy. It's even more RNG. The other ones I'm not really worried about. No, Wolf hasn't spawned. So once you get 4 level 5s, Wolf has a 12% chance to spawn. And every town event you get that doesn't spawn him, it increases by 1%. So we've had full playthroughs where we don't see him. And then we've had playthroughs where we get him on the very first town event after the 4 level 5s. Have not seen him this time. Have not seen him. All right, we need to get Count Me Out leveled up. Who else? Pilot Wash. How many Vestals do we... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Am I using the Crusader for any bosses? I don't believe so. Probably not. Probably not. Thing is, if I bring the Crusader, we have a stall mechanism to heal and stress heal, which is better than just flat out killing with a double Hyman. Do we have another Hyman that's already leveled? Because I want 2 that are... Yeah, we have shims. All right, that's fine. We'll take Raz. Wolf, he's a boss that, a champion level boss that attacks the hamlet. It's an event, and if you ignore it, so his little icon will show up like, I don't know, down in the bottom. And if you ignore it, he destroys a few of your building upgrades. But he can be a real pain. We have a pretty good team for him if he spawns, though, so I'm not too concerned. But, very stress-filled dungeon on the way to him. Probably the most stress... The biggest stress fights in the game. Maybe a couple of the darkest dungeon quests have a few... have as much or maybe even more stress, but it's gotta be pretty close. It's gotta be pretty close.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Shrieker, yeah, it's true too. Shrieker is very stressful, and Peck is one of the highest crit chances of the game. Like champion Peck, I think it's like 24%, not accounting for Zero Light or whatever. Crazy, something like that. Might be misremembering the exact percent, but it feels like Peck always crits. Why was that the last battle to take the Flagellant on? Flagellant's good, but I don't need him specifically for any other boss fights. I like him in that fight. It might have been even better to bring a Hellion there, but I didn't want to lose one of our Hellions that's more important to other boss fights. And the Flagellant is usually good there because he has higher death blow resist, and he has, when he gets low health, he can heal himself while doing damage. And when he gets hit to Death's Door, he AoE heals the rest of the team, so he can a lot of times get other people off Death's Door, but it just didn't happen that time, unfortunately. Yeah, he's a good character, but for the other bosses, we have specific teams that I like better for them. Sacred Scroll, Junior's Head. We got Wilbur's Flag, one of my favorite trinkets. We're not gonna use it in this dungeon though. We're gonna use Dark Tambourine, Barrison's Head, Dark Bracer, Sharpening Sheath. Good Swine. Swine God, yeah, Swine God is dead. We lost our Flagellant in the process, but Swine God's dead. His death got the Kolosov Death's Door, which could have saved them, so we might have had 2 had we had someone else there. But then again, if we had the Hellion there, we might have killed the Swine God before that. In my world first run, I used Hellion Man-at-Arms. That way I could guard with a Man-at-Arms, and I also came in with a lot more dodge, and the fight went a lot safer. Probably should have just done that strategy again, so I knew it worked, but ah well. Ah well. Okay. Crumph. Abusive. How's it going, by the way, Stag? Thank you for being here. Okay, I think we're good to go. Is there anything else we were going to remove this week? Let me double check that. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it. I think we're fine. All right, long warrens. Man, we've been doing a lot of long warrens. We did 2 or 3 of them yesterday. Got a Is that where we got our first veteran shambler? Was in a long warrens? I feel like it was. No, that was in a boss dungeon. It was in the wheels, I think. Stress? Well, I don't need to get stress. It's a waste of money because we're never using Raider again, so. The only reason we'd use Raider again is if we lose one of our other dungeon goers for the darkest dungeon. Otherwise, yeah, Raider's done. Raider's done. All right. Food, shovels. We do take stuff for the Shambler just in case. Curio interaction, shovels, food, Shambler, battle stuff. It seems good for a or good against the Shambler, so. Champion Flash. Yeah, that's the thing though. The weird thing with the Flash is it can be very, very scary. Or you can just sail through it and only, like when we did Veteran Flesh, we didn't see the butt parasite one until the very last turn, and it never got to attack. But I mean, the jaws can be really scary too. So,
but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
So I was saying that's the only other champion boss fight I'm really concerned about, because it can be so RNG depending on which body parts it spawns. The butt can crit for almost 40 and apply a 5-turn blight to 2 people. The head can do the same thing, but with bleeds. Yeah, it's a crazy fight. Ugh, bad shuffle.
The community grows.
Aloe, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Aloe. Aim for the hearts and the butts. That's right. So let's see if his team counts in the game. Yeah. Shuffle really is really hurting us, but aside from that. Oh, good dodge. Good dodge. Really want to kill this.
Welcome back. Their formation is broken.
Crump, thank you for the resub. It's been 8 months already. Crump, thank you for using the Twitch Prime here. Very much appreciated, as you know. Count name is tier 1. Financially supports me in the stream. Thank you, Crump. How did they go before it? Because it's a D8 roll, and he has a feather crystal to get him closer, plus Night Owl. So he has a +4 speed. So his base speed is 6, base speed 7. So it's going to happen fairly often with this exact combination of character quirks and trinkets.
A faint hope blossoms.
And I mean, a D8 is a really wide range, you know, so happens more than you would like a lot of times.
The wounds of
I think we can probably kill this one before it gets to go, hopefully.
But never hidden.
Coming out with the chain crits, so no.
Press this advantage.
Hot shots, mac and cheese.
Give them no quarter.
What I have? I didn't feel like cooking, so I made fish sticks. Fish sticks and tater tots, which is what just leftover stuff we had in the freezer. I've been cooking kind of, I usually do the cooking, but anyway, been cooking kind of more work intensive meals the last 3 or 4 days. So I was like, yeah, screw this. What's in the freezer? It's pretty good. Yeah, it was good. No. Crit. Dude. Let's go ahead and get in front of her. Do not roll faster than us, pig boy. Looks like our Highman did roll slowly, or slow speed, so 8 damage that we don't get to come or recover, but since he died to riposte, he doesn't get the bleed on him. Or since he killed a riposte, I should say. We are going to do an early camp for buffs.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable,
so that we can get unparalleled finesse and Tiger's Eye going. Prevent nighttime ambush. Also help us to get surprised less often. Hot pocket.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Kind of hot pocket. For buffs and greed. That's right. Let's go and punch. Welcome in. Did you say you sent your brother R-Squared to the store last night for ice cream? What kind of ice cream? You still on the Kit Kat ice cream phase at the moment? It's not a phase. Both of these, oh God, this friggin', this one's not quite as bad. Anyway, both of these can give disease. The ghoul, ooh, nice. He has 33 dodge though. She only has 15. So that feels even better.
Destroyed.
Drop some codes this time. Meatball and mozzarella.
Inspiration and improvement.
Nice. 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 Count me out. Counting that pig out. Boy, he is. He really is. Doing this team stuff. I got Dusk, Do Eternal. Strong enough to play them. I have not. I'm trying to refrain because I have too many things to play. Not enough time to play them already. And too much money of games on my wish list. Not enough money to buy them. So, no, I'm trying to with. Trying to keep myself from buying anything this time. We're done with heirlooms. We have everything. We even have cost reduction finished in town, so we're done with everything that we can need. So gold is more important so we can get rid of negative quirks, and so that we can lock in positive quirks, stress, etc. Collector. That was a crappy collector last night that we had, man. Really
devastating blow.
That was a bad collector last night.
Grievous injury.
Everything's destroyed aside from the doors, yeah.
Fear.
What? Yeah. I mean, in retro, it's easy to say, you know, but in retrospect, I should have just left because we had won. And we had already finished a long dungeon and we had a ton of loot. So doing that extra hall battle, it was such a low % to get him. But I mean, with us having some level 0s and stuff too, it probably wasn't worth the risk. Because I mean, we could have even ran into a Shambler and maybe been even worse off. Actually, I think a Shambler would have been easier because, come to think of it, because the Highwayman, collected Highwayman ended up getting Headhunter and Guarded in a turn order where we couldn't stun it off. And then crit 2 people to death's door. Another crit. 2 crits in a row. Eternal Witch 3, Dying Light, Arkham Knight, Titanfall, Borderlands 3. Boss Hunter World Iceborne.
Or is it merely
There's Siege.
a trick of the light?
That was awesome. Beastopia. No scouts. No scout. No scout. Yeah, we'll use an herb here. Oh yeah, the missed shots. So yeah, we wouldn't have had a death, but we missed 2 shots with our highwayman that would have killed. And then when we finally got a hit in, we rolled bottom end, and we rolled a 4 when a 6 would have killed. It's just a bad chain of events, you know? But happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Nice as the games, yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Go, Nathan. It's the first time you've had a nice VC to get those in play. How much is Iceborne at the moment? I have the base game. How much is Iceborne? I shouldn't be. Never mind, you know? Super Shotgun of Legends. Hey, Pineapple, welcome in. Is that Senor Pineapple? That is. It is. And look, it's a vomit pig just in time for you, Pineapple. Just in time.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
19. Literally just walked in.
Confidence
Let's go on,
surges
Pineapple.
as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, Steve Bill monitors, keyboard, mouse. Wow. Started playing on it. Just looking out too. Man, that's a huge upgrade. Another crit. Getting crit like crazy tonight. Time limit before full people will eat again for healing. Yes. I'm trying to remember the exact. I think it resets after a fight or after a room. Can't remember. I think it's after a fight. Yeah, but it's been a long time since I asked that question or thought about it. But yeah, there is a time limit. Yep.
Masterfully executed.
Price set up.
A decisive pummeling.
10 years. It's awesome. It's awesome. Hey, crit heal.
Flesh is knit.
You crit damage us, we'll crit heal it right back.
A singular strike. A powerful blow.
I was thinking about stunning him, but it wasn't a guaranteed stun. That was a guaranteed kill as long as we hit him. Didn't even have to crit kill. I was thinking about stunning him so we could get one more stress heal in, but I didn't want to take the risk since we've been getting crit so much. Not like it increases his chance to crit or something anyway, but you know. You know. Wait until we have more room to use key. No, I have 2. To try VR at that point, to PC the capabilities at the moment. Yeah, I would like to also. It's a big investment to not try it elsewhere, though.
Cruel machinations spring to life. With a singular
It's a Shambler altar. Wouldn't summon it right now either way, even if we had a torch. This early into a long dungeon. Yeah, right. Game phase, no crazy graphic requirement. Man, there's so many good indie games. It's kind of unreal. What kind of what kind of genres of indie games have you been playing? Just all kinds? If you haven't yet, check out Celeste. It's an amazing platformer. The story is a little heavy-handed, maybe. Like it's an important story, but it's kind of done in a heavy-handed sort of way. It's not bad, but the game is awesome. We streamed the whole game on some Monday. I really liked it. Actually, just uploaded the playthrough of it on YouTube a couple weeks ago. You start with Squadron, looks like a VR. Dead Cell's really good, yeah. Yeah. Hades is very good. Lots of good games. Lots and lots of good games.
Precision and power.
15% chance to kill. What's our stun chance? Because of the trinket, we have a 50%. Risk of Rain 2. So crazy that Risk of Rain 2 is so different from the first one. I mean, I know games go in different directions, but it's weird that one's a sequel to the other when they're just completely different. Well, I mean, it has some similarities, but I'm sure you know what I mean if you know the game, you know the first one. So much different. So much different.
Impressive.
Crazy. Yeah. In the first one, you were tiny, too. Crazy. Anyone that hasn't seen Risk of Rain, the first one, you're like, I don't know, 10 pixels high or something. Much, much different experience. There isn't. It works. Right. Well, that's why I rephrased it and said it's the same. It has the same elements, but it went from a 2D roguelike platformer to 3D from, well, I mean, like I said, I guess it's not unheard of, especially when you go back to like things like Mario and Donkey Kong and everything else that's done that. But I wasn't expecting, I guess is a better way to put it. I wasn't expecting them to go that route with Risk of Rain 2, based on my experience with the first one. Give you 2 free clan boss keys. Oh, really? Maybe I'll test some stuff out with those then, instead of going for an extra chest.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic.
Was it the... No, they usually only get one for that. The weekly update or whatever. So they must have been having connection issues or something. Extra chest. God, that always makes me think of Dark Souls. So for anyone that's not familiar in this way with Dark Souls, you can put down messages on the ground for people, but you can't just put anything you want. You have to use like a list of given terms that you can combine. And there's a giant female character, and always there's just, yeah, amazing chest ahead, just tons of them. Might regret that. Might regret that. Just went for a while. Hades and Curse of Dead Gods on Watch This. Caves. Hades is very good. We streamed it on, it was like our main game for maybe over a month. And it just came out with another update. Hades is a very good game. And the amount of story content in it for a roguelike, an action roguelike, is kind of crazy. There's thousands of voice lines. Thousands and thousands. Every update, it seems like they add thousands more. It's a really good game. Really well made. Fun to play. You can play... There's lots of combat styles you can do. I need to play it again. We were doing challenge runs of it last time I streamed it. Very good game. From the same developers as Transistor, Bastion. What's their other game? They have a fourth game. I don't remember. Something.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Hypnospace Outlaw. I've never heard of that one. Pyre, thank you. Thank you, Stag. Pyre was the one.
The ground quakes.
I kind of don't want to knock him back because I want him to use Trot Retreat. So many games in the backlog. Oh man, don't I know it? Achievement. Gurney big time. Really? The art style? I mean, art styles are very subjective anyway, so I can't really fault you for it, you know? I liked it. I have heard people say that the angle of the isometric view in Hades bothers them for some reason, and I think the reason why is the angle is slightly different than kind of the standard isometric like you get with things like Diablo 2 and 3 or things like Grim Dawn and Path of Exile. It's a different kind of game, obviously. But the isometric view is maybe just like the camera's a little bit tilted different. It doesn't really bother me, but I can kind of understand where people are like, there's something going on here. Just can't place it. Might be it. by Hades or all that's hurting. It's really fun. And it can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be, basically. There's in-game modifiers and mutators that increase the difficulty to insane levels. We did max difficulty, well, almost max. We did the top that you get anything for. 32 heat runs with 3 of the weapons. And I wanted to keep playing it, but it ended up not being good for the stream, so I had to take a break. A lot of roguelikes. Yeah, you'd probably like it. Yeah, if you like Binding of Isaac and Dead Cells, you'd probably like this. And if you have any interest in like Greek mythology, just adds onto it. Oi, oi. How you doing, Bullet? Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Monster Train? Monster Train's really good too. It's unfortunate so many people are like, Monster Train's a clone of Slay the Spire.
Surprising. These tunnels
No.
predate even the earliest
Same genre doesn't mean clone. Monster Train's really good. I'm gonna stream Monster Train again at some point. Whether it's good to do or not. It's too good not to. Yeah, they play nothing alike. Really don't. They're both roguelike deck builders. So they're gonna have common elements. I mean, even the developer of Slay the Spire was on a broadcast with the developers of Monster Train. It was like, no, this is not the same game. Looks kind of similar. Yeah, the developers of Curse of the Dead Gods reached out to me just the other day. I need to get back to them. I wouldn't mind trying that out. Alright, we're gonna go over the stun here so we can hopefully just shoot this guy. Still blind. Thank you for the lurk. Shit, still blind. Still haven't gotten a music trinket in this playthrough. Man, we are dodging like crazy against these swine hookers. This is a much better Warrens than the swine god one that we just did a moment ago.
Consumes the mind.
That is for sure. It's not hard for it to be better than that one though. That one went pretty badly.
Quickly the
Going Yig, welcome in. Welcome. And hey, look, we got crit instead. Tides are turning. Be pretty all or nothing though. You either get not so great luck and your build falls apart. Flip line to one of the bosses finally puts you down. Kind of good build, stop everything in the ground. Got some close victories. Yeah, I guess it depends. It gets more that way the higher in Covenant you get, I suppose. Because there's just some things that are never going to work as you get higher in Covenant levels. And certain combos that, like I said, just carry you through the level. At low Covenants, it seems like almost anything can work. It's good. I like that. Rhythm Doctor. No, I haven't heard of that either. I like games where the it's accessible because the base difficulty is relatively easy, but a good way to learn the game and have ways to ratchet up the difficulty for those that want it. There were people when Monster Train came out that was complaining that about how easy it was, and I was like, "Have you played the harder Covenants?"
Be wary.
Like, why are you complaining that the entry level part of a game is too easy? Like, turn the difficulty up. That's why they're there. People will complain about everything. I'm gonna risk throwing that down. Those get messed up. Oh yeah, taking all the bonuses. One button rhythm game. Strict on the timing. Gotcha. What kind of setup rhythm game is it? Is it like Crypt of the Necrodancer sort of thing, or? Nice crit. I know there's some 2D rhythm games too. Duskers. I've given away a copy of Duskers. I've never played it, but I know of it because we've given away some copies of it at stream. So I do know of it.
Such a
Critical vomit.
cannot be left
We know that goes in every orifice. We didn't get disease though. Shambler. It seems good against Shambler. Oh, and then a crit swine hooker.
Blurred vision.
Oh, they're gonna stun our healer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good. Yeah, it's a good party against the Shambler as long as we I think we're in good shape at that time. Our Jester can double hit those. I might not risk it because I kind of need him to stress heal himself, so. That's great.
Obliterated.
Nothing worse than a crit swine hooker right after being critically vomited on. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lord. 92 stress. Another critical vomit. Boy, tonight is so much different than last night. Last night, we had some of the easiest dungeons I've ever had, including veteran dungeons that just went so well. Tonight. Every parent knows that critical vomit. True. I do an orchestra. We'll camp after this fight, most likely. Play SD greed goes crazy. For the game, that is that you have press button on 7th beat. Hard track, which 7th beat. Game 1.
This is how a life is taken.
Gotcha. Interesting. I don't usually care for rhythm games too much. Crypt of the Necrodancer was fine, but John Wonko, welcome in. Hi, Ben Wonko. It's good to see.
The blood quickens.
The blood. The blood.
A spark without kindling.
All right, let's get our buffs back up.
Without hope.
Unparalleled Finesse, Tiger's Eye, Prevent Nighttime Ambush.
The match is struck. A blazing star.
This has an 8% chance to be a Shambler, 5% Collector. I'd rather it be a Shambler than a Collector, honestly, if I had to choose. Don't get to choose, though. Doing all right? Might should have just stress healed there. If he used a Skull Toss, we might be in some trouble. And if it crits like everything else has been critting, we'll definitely be in some trouble on our Jester. Probably gonna howl though. No, he's Skull Tossing them. Okay, didn't crit. Yep. Yep. Should have. Should have done what I said. We had stun though, so we should be fine. Should be. The Skull Toss. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy move.
Decimated.
Yep. We're hoping he rins next turn. Well, next time he gets an action. That's what we want to see. It's the only one that doesn't have a stress amount attached to it if it doesn't crit. It's going great. Week 14, today, Cool Swine Prince. Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I said, you can usually afford maybe, obviously you want to get less deaths than that if you can, but you can usually afford about 1 a week and still be pretty safe, or feel safe going into the darkest dungeons when the time comes. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Much better than the 4 or 5 at week 10, huh? I can't click them during the stream. If you want to post them in the Discord or whisper them to me, I'll check it out. But
Compassion is a rarity. Fevered pitch of battle.
Got stunned, very nice. And he did do rend that time, so. I'd like to do another stress heal, so I'm not gonna kill him here. Well, that's a bit of risk. Worried about the courtyard. Is there a time? So this quest on Blood Moon, I usually start them in like the low 20s. What I like to do is I like to have a team that is almost ready to do the Baron, to one-shot the Baron by the time I finish the initial Croc fight. That way I can have it there and ready if the Crimson Curse gets to become a problem with the team. I can just be like, all right, I guess I'm just going to go kill the Baron this week and get rid of it. I usually end up doing it, yeah, like mid-20s, mid to late 20s for the weeks, I mean. It can depend on the run itself a bit, you know, but that seems most common when we do it. What is that wheeled monster doing in here? I know, right? Did you see, Pineapple? We got crit by 2 vomits in the same fights. 2 vomit pig crits, same fight. Does that make you feel, Pineapple, that every time a pig vomits, I think of you? Coach behind the scenes. We have to go to both of these. What is your disarm? 75, yeah. Not root for the underdog. Never fear. The underpig, yeah. Is that like underdog? Is it like a super kind of thing, or is it more like an understudy? Uh-oh, we did not get the stun there. It's bad. Oh. That feels good though. Nice crit. Got the stun, we're good. We're engaged. We're a terrible ancestor. Uncle Wayne. That'll do, Pilot Wash. For a second, I was like, maybe I should have stress healed with you, and then you're like, I'll stress heal. Off of critting. So, we still got stress healing. It's good. No one's marked, so we should be in pretty good shape. Great shape. Great shape. Might get 2 stress heals in before it dies too, depending on how the speed rolls go. Nice. Nice.
The slow death.
Ooh. Raider's Talisman, we'll sell that. We'll sell that. Do not need shovels. 2 keys, we might as well open this. 2 key. Yeah, we did champion Swine God. First champion dungeon of the night, we lost our flagellant. We did kill the Swine God. We got some really bad RNG on it, and then I made 1 mistake as well, and that combination got our flagellant killed, but we did finish it. Grave Robber is way too risky and torchless. Yeah, that's why I don't take her either. There's usually just better things to take in general that do the same thing. Better damage, same reach, or I guess equivalent damage with better reach is a better durability. A better way to say it. All spawn. Tentacles, but not the Shambler tentacles. So, good. Shambles. Hey Raider, how's it going?
Eradicated.
I've never played Battle Brothers. It's been on my playlist forever. It was gifted to me by Katie, I believe. Gifted to me. Is Katie? No, it was Ivax, I think. It was Ivax gifted to me. I still haven't played it, but I've seen Northern Quarter play it a bit. It's his main game, and it looks like something I would enjoy. So I like tactics games and obviously turn-based strategy in general, and brutal games. But yeah, I still haven't played it, Marabou. It's on my... Oh, bad dodge. It's on my endless to-do list. We need to roll a 4 here. No! What? It didn't devour the marked target? Thank goodness. I don't know why it didn't, but count me out, would have been death's doored. Guaranteed. Thank you, dumb AI. You live, but you were Ashley.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
Stupid
they
AI.
can be beaten.
Was very fortunate for us. Holy cow. It's kind of crazy. We got crit by the big worm, which is usually not what you want to see, but I'm thankful that it was on a different target.
Paid for in blood.
Ever play Argash? No, I'm not. I can't place that. The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Another tentacle fight, jeez. This is starting out like the same. Torch Shambler, no. Okay, this is starting out a little bit better. Dodge, yeah. This is much better. Much better. Another resist. But we're not marked yet, so we'll be marked now, but it shouldn't matter too much. I mean, they do extra damage to marked targets too, but it's not as much as Tentacle Devour. Yeah. I guess if it crit against the mark, we've almost gotten Death's Door, but not quite. It is more like 80-20. Feels like that sometimes. What? Oh, really? I forgot about it. That sucks. I'll have to remember for next time. What? It's okay. Thank you. Some stress healing before we go home. Well, the dungeon ended
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
we ended in a
and
great
insidious
state,
killer.
but some of that dungeon was a little scary. State stress management. Yeah, and I like it because we can stall out. We have 2 weak hitting stuns, so as long as you hit with 2 damage coefficient moves, they can't call in reinforcements. So it's really nice. You can trade out the you trade out the Crusader for Man at Arms, and it works pretty well too. It's better in some situations, worse than others, but also a good team. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking this button. It helps out a ton. And after all of that, be sure to check out the next video right up here. Of course, as always, thank you guys for watching.